My friend and I had just set up at the beach when we noticed a man belligerently stumbling along the shoreline, mumbling obscene things. I made the mistake of staring, and he started walking towards us more aggressively, making homophobic remarks about our appearance as women. The prospect of sitting straight-faced and avoiding him until he walked away seemed so tedious in that moment, and besides, the lewd threats he was making were actually kind of funny. Of all the times I've been subjected to this type of crap, this was by far the most absurd form of verbal assault I'd ever received. I knew better than to turn on my phone and start recording, but I did it anyway. It felt impulsive and out of character, but just this once I wanted to capture what it's like and share it with those who could relate. Surely enough, that provoked him, and he started whipping sand at us. But because of how we were sitting, my friend ended up taking all the hits. Out of guilt, I instinctively grabbed the nearest thing I could and stood up to throw it at him. It was an empty paper box of coconut water. Armed with the most useless, stereotypically privileged princess thing I could have been holding, I completely froze up. The people on the beach finally decided to intervene. Sit down, sit the fuck down, you're provoking him. When I snapped out of it, I realized everybody was yelling at me and not him. As things calmed down, I overheard a guy say, "Gosh, another one of those kids from the suburbs that don't know how to act cool." Being pegged as someone not from the city was the most frustrating part of all, because I freaking grew up here. But when it comes to my friend, she was especially shaken by my behavior and didn't want to talk about it. The thought of treating someone like they weren't human still gets me to this day. Why did I cast him as some kind of subject for my millennial obsession with documenting daily life under the impression that it's art? Why did I infringe on someone's shitty circumstance for personal gain? What was I thinking? If anything, I captured my failed moral judgment, but what's worse is that I freaked out my friend in doing so.